Valmiki Ramayana, Ayodhya Kanda, Book number 2, Sarga 93, Roman numerals, XCIII 93, CHITRAKÚTA, in sight. As through the woods its way pursued, that mighty bannered multitude, wild elephants in terror fled, with all the startled herds they led, and bears and deer were seen on hill, in forest glade, by every rill, wide as the sea from coast to coast, the high soul Bharat's mighty host. Cover the earth as cloudy trains obscure the sky when fall the rains. The stately elephants he led, and countless steeds the land o'erspread, so closely crowded that between that serried ranks no ground was seen. Then when the host had travelled far, and steeds were worn who drew the car, the glorious Bharat thus addressed Vasishta, of his lords the best. The spot, methinks, we now behold, of which the holy hermit told. For, as his words described, I trace each several feature of the place. Before us Chitrakuta shows, Mandakini beside us flows. Afar, umbrageous woods arise, like darksome clouds that veil the skies. Now tread these mountain beasts of mine, on Chitrakuta's fair incline. The trees their rain of blossoms shed, on tablelands beneath them spread. As from black clouds the floods descend, when the hot days of summer end. Shatrugna, look, the mountain see, where heavenly minstrels wander free. And horses browse beneath the steep, countless as monsters in the deep. Sacred by my host, the mountain deer, scared by my host, the mountain deer, starting with tempest speed appear, like the long lines of cloud that fly in autumn through the windy sky. See, every warrior shows his head with fragrant blossom, with fragrant blooms engarlanded. All look like southern soldiers who lift up their shields, or their shields of azure hue. This lonely wood beneath the hill, that was so dark and drear and still, covered with men in endless streams, now like Ayodhya's city seems. The dust which countless hoofs excite obscures the sky and veils the light. But see, swift winds those clouds dispel, as if they strove to please me well. See, guided in their swift career by many a skilful charioteer, those cars by fleetest coursers drawn race onward over glade and lawn. Look, startled as the host comes near, the lovely peacocks fly in fear, gorgeous as if the fairest blooms of earth had glorified their plumes. Look, where the sheltering covert shows the trooping deer, both bucks and does, that occupy in countless herds this mountain populous with birds. Most lovely to my mind appears this place which every charm endears, fair as the road where tread the blest. Here holy hermits take their rest. Then let the army onward press, and duly search each green recess, for the two lion lords till we Rama once more and Lakshman see. Thus Bharat spoke, and hero bands of men with weapons in their hands entered the tangled forest. Then a spire of smoke appeared in Can. Soon as they saw the rising smoke, to Bharat they returned and spoke. No fire where men are not, 'tis clear that Raghu's sons are dwelling here. Or if not here, those heroes dwell, whose mighty arms their foemen quell. Still other hermits here must be, like Rama, true and good as he. His ears attentive Bharat lent, and their resistless argument, to their resistless argument. Then to his troops the chief who broke his foes' embattled armies spoke. Here let the troops in silence stay, one step beyond they must not stray. Come, Drishti and Sumantra, you, with me alone the path pursue. Their leader's speech the warriors heard, and from his place no soldier stirred. And Bharat beat his eager eyes, where curling smoke was seen to rise. The host his order well obeyed, and halting there in silence stayed, watching where from the thicket's shade they saw the smoke appear, and joy through all the army ran. Soon shall we meet, thought every man, the prince we hold so dear. Wow. Absolutely wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Jai Shri Ramayana Ki Jai. This is what we need to remember every single day. This is the transcendental Netflix. The transcendental Netflix. The true benefit we gain by remembering the pastimes of God. And how everything is developing so nicely. So basically the whole army is just roving through the jungle, through the wilderness, and they are looking all these beautiful rills and valleys and mountains and rivers and all kinds of animals. And this is one very important point. Back then there were so many amazing trees, as big as redwood trees, as banyan trees, as sequoias. They were producing so many fruits, eatable fruits, and so on. And the forests were beaming with so many game, so people could hunt. Because back then there was like literally overpopulation of animals living in the forest. Deer, boars, bears, lions, tigers, all kinds of animals. So there was plenty of food for anybody who was living in the forest and was living on meat diet because of the circumstance. But in a civilized society that lives away from the big jungles and forests and wilderness, slaughtering animals for profit for satanic globalist burger industry is sinful as fuck. And that's why people have to suffer. Karma. Karma is a bitch. That's why everybody has to suffer, has to be on each other's throats and necks, yelling at each other and talking all kinds of garbages to each other in Kali Yuga. That's why remembering Ramayana is the only solution. Jai Shri Ramayana. Roma Victa, victory to Ram. Eternal Rome, eternal Ramayana. Jai Shri Ram. Ciao.